Good afternoon. My name's Tom with Cougar RV, and I'll be doing your video today. And I'm going to talk about a couple items. Your awning is shade control only. It should not be left out in stormy weather. It should not be left out in the rain. Just bring it in on either of those and you'll keep it in good shape. You can get better shade control by pulling the elbow here once it's fully extended. Could not extend it fully because there's a camper right next to us. Another item of maintenance is your roof. Your roof is a solid membrane, front to back, side to side, except for where things come up through it, such as your vents and your air conditioners and things like that. So you want to go up there and check the seals around all that. It's a sealant called Dicor. Dicor is a brand name. They make a lot of things for campers. They make this sealant that's non-silicone. Do not use any silicone on that roof. It will eat through the membrane. As we come to the front of your storage here, your storage goes all the way through. Nice big storage. And then you have your LP tanks, one on each side. They're both on right now, so we can light off things inside, such as your cooktop, and we will do that momentarily. To come around front, you have your spare tire, your batteries, and battery disconnects. You also have lights for your cap and your docking lights, and lights to work by. We'll come around to the other side where your other LP tank is, and this regulator is showing that there's gas in the tank because it's green. When the tank runs dry, and we're drawing from this tank right now, when that tank runs dry, this will turn red, and then you can switch it to the other tank and take this one off, get it refilled, and that way you will not run out of gas. It's always a good idea to just use one at a time so you know that you have a backup. We come on around to this side of your storage. Battery disconnects are there, and your level up system is here. And I've already done that. You want to level up your unit before you put the slides out, but to do that, you simply turn the button on. First thing you're going to do is hit front to get it off of your tow vehicle. Once you've cleared the tow vehicle and pulled it out from under the unit, then you hit auto level, and the levels will automatically level you side to side and front to back. They'll do it with the landing gears in front and the stabilizers in the back, or the jacks in the back. We come on around to this compartment. It shows you you do have a nice water hose, and down from that is your winterization port. So you can put a short hose in that, put it in your bottle of antifreeze, turn on your winterization, and winterize your unit from out here. Next is your city water. It's a good idea to have a pressure regulator to keep it at 55 pounds so that you don't blow the lines inside. And below that is your tank flush. Your tank flush could be used after you've dumped your black tank. It's to flush out your black tank only. And to do that, you're going to hook up to your port there and make sure you're in the dump, and then pull the black tank and let it flow. Once that has been emptied, then you'll pull the gray tank and just kind of wash out your hose, and also dump the gray tank that's your shower and your bathroom. Then there's another gray tank back here, and that's to your kitchen sink. So you'll have to dump both of those, and they'll all dump right there. So once you've dumped your tanks, the black tank shows there's still something in it. It means there's something caught on the sensors, such as paper or solids. You'll hook a hose up to the tank flush. Make sure the black tank is open by pulling it all the way out. turn the water hose on, and that will flush out your black tank. You can also clean off the sensors if you're moving from site to site by putting more chemicals in and putting water in as well. That will slosh around and clean off the sensors too. This is your furnace exhaust. It's a good idea to get a screen for this to keep mud daubers and little varmints out. I put a round screen on mine, and it just hooks onto all four corners, or there's also a spring that will hook around this. Your on-demand water pump or water heater is located here, and you just want to make sure that there's water in the tank, or not a tank, but in the system before you light it off. It's a good idea to, when you want hot water, is to turn the hot water on first, and then make sure it's hot coming out of the faucet or the shower before you turn or mix cold water with it. If you turn both on, cold water is going to be going into the on-demand water heater and not cooling off, or not heating up, I'm sorry. So turn the hot on first, let it run, make sure that hot's coming out of the shower or the sink, and then you can add cold water to it. Located here is your freshwater fill, your onboard tank. Your onboard tank has a demand pump, which that's what we're working on, is we put some water in your onboard tank so that we could show you how certain things work inside. And so when you flush a toilet or turn on a faucet, the pump will run, and when you turn that off, the pump will turn off. Behind that, you'll find your 50 amp service. 50 amp service, all that cable is yours, as well as a 50 to 30 adapter. If you're at a site that does not have 50 amps for you, most of them do. When you book a site, you're going to ask for a 50 amp service. If they don't have one, you can plug into 30 amps. But you cannot run two air conditioners on 30 amps. One air conditioner at a time on 30 amps. You can run both of them on 50 amps. So just beware to do that. All right, that pretty well takes care of a walk around the outside. We'll go inside. You do have a nice handrail that slides back and fits against the unit. We just used one of these campers going out west and back, and it's very handy to have this handrail. As we come in, down here you'll find your breaker panel and your fuse box. The breakers and fuses are all marked as to what they go to. So if you're having a problem with a circuit, just check here first. Although that's your carbon monoxide and LP detector, excuse me, and it will go off and yell at you when it detects the leak. So one of the first things you're going to do when you come in is come to your panel. The code from the factory is 4 zeros. You can turn AC off or on. The front one's off, and then you can switch to the rear, and it's on. We have it on. We set the temperature, and the temperature in here right now is 75, and we set it for 70, so it will turn off at 70. Lights, you can turn them all off or on here. And awning, we ran the awning, front awning out to push the button to bring it back in. You simply push the button and it will come back in. You have a battery heater up here. You have batteries that cannot take the cold as much as a deep cycle marine battery. So you'll need to to turn the battery heater on to keep it in good shape if you're winter camping. You have light switches here, and those light switches are for over the island and accents under the island. We'll come on up to the bathroom. This is where your demand water heater turns off and on. So if you turn it on, it's going to show that it's set at 120. You can set it up or down here and get it hotter if you like. Your light switch is there, and your GFI is here. Everything close to water will be hooked to that GFI. Your toilet has a foot pedal, and that foot pedal will fill the bowl, and then you can probably hear your water heater now, or your water pump. Get those two mixed up. And to flush it, you just push it all the way down, and that will flush the toilet. You do have a nice 3-panel glass enclosure for your shower. You just want to make sure it's hooked before you travel so that it does not slide back and forth and possibly break. We come on into the bedroom. Nice queen size bed. Your light is a toggle, and there's a place to mount a TV back here and plug it in to the onboard antenna. You have storage under your bed. Nice big storage with shocks to hold it up, which is also nice. And then your wardrobe here. Come on back into cabin. Come over to your refrigerator first. Your refrigerator is 12 volt, so as you're traveling down the road, it will run off the battery on your tow vehicle, and also the battery that is located up front in the front cab or storage. So come on around to the cooktop. It has a light and fan to work by, a nice microwave, and then the gas cooktop. To light it off, you simply turn the dial to light and hit the sparkler, and it will light the whichever burner you're turning on. Same way with the oven. The oven, you'll have to push the button in to light the pilot, and once it's lit, then you can turn to a cook temperature. It also has lights on the dials, and as soon as you turn the dial on, it will turn orange, letting you know that there is gas coming out. It's a good idea to travel with the cooktop down. It's not a cooktop, it's just a cover for the cooktop. A nice pantry. Your sink. Nice pull hose. Have your fireplace on. It can change flames. It also has heat and works with the remote, as well as your AM/FM radio and DVD player. Also has its own remote, as well as your TV. And all those remotes you'll find in one of the drawers by your sink when your unit arrives. This house makes out into a sleeping unit, and to do that, you'll just take these pillows off. You'll pull the bottom piece up and fold it out, and there are legs you'll fold out and set it on the floor. After you've done that, then the back here will fold down and make the top of the mattress, and then you can put the pillows back in place as a headboard, so to speak. Nice recliners. And your table has 4 chairs. They're all strapped down, and that's the way they should travel. And then you have light switch and dimmers here. We've pretty well taken care of the walkthrough, and I'd just like to thank you for buying your unit from Holman, and know that you're going to enjoy camping in it.